with you today for our reflection on the characters of the Passion. And today I want to reflect specifically on St. John. St. John is one of those characters we see throughout the Gospels, but especially in the time of the Passion of Jesus Christ. And he's the one apostle that we remember stayed with Jesus throughout the whole thing, even at the foot of the cross. And so I just want to read you a quick portion here from the Gospel of John. So this is a first-hand account from John himself of what happened. And so in chapter 19, verse 25, he says, "So the soldiers did this, but standing by the cross of Jesus were his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing near, he said to his mother, 'Woman, behold your son.' Then he said to the disciple, 'Behold your mother.' And from that hour, the disciple took her into his own home." And what a beautiful passage that is, just a few lines there. But we understand that beautiful moment in which Jesus gives his beloved disciple to his mother and his mother to his beloved disciple. And how consoling that must have been to the heart of Jesus in that moment. One, that they were there with him in his moment of suffering. Just their presence must have been a great comfort to him. But also that he could entrust both of them to the care of the other. He was able to give them to each other, and he was able to trust in that care and that love that they would have for one another, even after he was gone. And again, how comforting that must have been for him. And this is the reflection that I want to make today, is that, sometimes when we enter into Holy Week, it's easy to fall into that place where we get too focused on ourselves, and we can make Holy Week all about what we're getting out of it and what we're feeling and what we might want from Holy Week. But this Holy Week, I would suggest that we try maybe something else and try to realize that it's not just about us during this time of prayer, but it's about consoling the heart of Jesus as well. And truly, we can, even 2,000 years later, we can still console the heart of Jesus by spending time with him, by giving ourselves to him, by being with him in our prayer at the foot of the cross. We can truly console the heart of Jesus in the same way that Mary and St. John did in that moment. And so that's one thing, just simply by spending time with Jesus and meditating in our prayer on those passages of the gospel, meditating on the mysteries of the cross of Christ, we can be comforting to Jesus simply by being there with him and recognizing what he's doing for us. However, I think a step that we could take to go even further in trying to console the heart of Jesus this Holy Week is by asking him what he wants from us, or maybe asking him, what does he want to entrust to us in our lives? What is he asking of us? So in other words, if we were there as he was dying, what would he ask of us as he left? What responsibility would he give us? What would he entrust us with? And if we open our heart to that and say, Lord, give me what you want to give me. Help me to know what your will is for me. Help me to understand how to console your heart, not just now, but every day in my life. Help me to understand that. That's something that I think would be great for our prayer, but also great for consoling the heart of Jesus this Holy Week, in the same way that Mary and John did at the foot of the cross. And so as we enter into these next few days, the Triduum, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday, I know it's going to be tough this year, not being able to attend the Masses, not being able to attend the liturgies. But truly, we can spend that time with Jesus. We can spend that time, especially in the scriptures, reading those and meditating on them. We can really open our hearts to Jesus and be consoling to him as he hangs on his cross. So don't be discouraged. Don't give up. Don't let this be a year where you don't try as hard, but rather try harder. Give more to Jesus. Open your heart more fully to him this year and be willing to do whatever he might ask you to do as he is on the cross. All right, so let's do our best this year, brothers and sisters. Let's celebrate this Holy Week the best that we can and be open to the ways that we can console the heart of Jesus in our lives each and every single day. God bless, and we'll see you at the live streams of all of our Easter liturgies in the next few days. God bless. Bye-bye.